Agreed to, and I call the member for Werriwa.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Many knew Simon Crean far better than me, but I knew him just enough to know that he is one of life's gentlemen, a man of principle and a man of honour. And his record of achievement over a lifetime, both within this place and out, will surely stand the test of time. Son of Whitlam Minister and Deputy Prime Minister Frank Crean, he was perhaps destined to be Labor luminary. I can only speculate, but I suspect his decency was a gift of his parents and his upbringing. Mr Crean's achievements were legendary. Leader of the ACTU for 5 years, bencher under 4 Labor Prime Ministers and 2 years as opposition leader. The portfolios he covered were incredible: regional development, local government, arts, education, employment, workplace relations, social inclusion, trade, primary industry, energy, science and technology. There is barely an inch of the public landscape that his life did not cover. But perhaps more importantly, though, Mr Crean was a member for his beloved Hotham for over 23 years. He was a Victorian through and through and a rusted-on North Melbourne supporter. Simon Crean did it all. Sadly, fate would ensure that he never did get to offer himself at an election for the position as Prime Minister. But in reality, that didn't matter. His place in Australian history, and especially the Labor history, is secure regardless. For in all reality, Mr Crean was not only a Labor champion, but a champion for all Australians. That he was a member of Labor royalty is not beyond doubt, and this in no way made him feel entitled or special. He was a friend for all and an enemy of none. Several years ago, I had the absolute honour to sit next to Mr Crean at a fundraising function for the former member for Werriwa, Laurie Ferguson. I was the president of the FSC at the time and a very newly elected councillor, and it fell to me to MC the event. I was nervous at the prospect of meeting someone of Mr Crean's stature in the Labor Party. He was someone I had admired for many years. But instantly upon our introduction and sensing my nervousness, Mr Crean put me at ease. He was naturally warm, extremely approachable. On that evening, Mr Crean was engaging, asked questions and truly listened to what I had to say. He offered helpful advice. He made you feel like you were important, not the other way around. He was encouraging in his speech about the party and its prospects. His speech was a real call to action for all true believers. I saw his speech when he took the Labor Party through the reasons why we should not join the war. It was a time when I was really, truly proud to be a Labor person, because he said what so many of us in the party were thinking. Since his passing, I've read and have the privilege to see so many wonderful tributes by those who knew Mr Crean so well. But what has been particularly encouraging is that those words have been spoken by not only members on our side of Parliament, but former members on both sides of the Treasury benches. I think we can all agree that Australia is better for his contribution and life, and we can all affirm our belief in his core belief that better for all comes through for everyone. It is entirely appropriate that this great Australian was afforded a state funeral. The one regret, of course, was that the offer had to be made so early in Mr Crean's, and that his life was cut short so early. And it's not lost on anyone that he passed away, promoting Australian interests on a trade trip overseas. Always at work, always achieving, always doing good, and always determined to the very end. I offer my sincere condolences to his family and friends, and especially his wife Carol and daughters Sarah and Emma. We all wrap our love around you at this difficult time. I also offer my condolences to the current member for Hotham and Chisholm and the member for McNamara. Their words after Mr Crean's loss were beautiful and heartfelt, and I know how much so many of us here will miss him. Mr Crean's family has lost a husband, father and grandfather. Labor lost a champion, Hotham a friend, and the nation a role model and example. It was a sad day, but so much that he left behind means that we will go on and do the best that we can for Australia and its people.
Thank you.